Hi everybody, hope you're all keeping well. Just on the way now to the Dáil to show my support for all of those beautiful, beautiful people who sadly died because the you know what, and we're going to pray for all of those who've been vaccine injured. So here we go. I'm just going to switch the camera around. Sorry I haven't live streamed in a while. I've been busy studying. So hope you enjoy this live stream, everybody.
I hope he has a shotgun and a bomb strapped to his chest and walks in there. Yeah, that'd be great.
Hey, how are you?
I'll see you in a bit.
Good to see you.
Show you the other side. This is the other side. This is when she was in the coma.
Show us.
I went to see her in the hospital first.
No. Terrible.
So from that, how she looked.
Yeah.
That was my sister Laura. That's what they did to her.
Oh my God.
Hey, Jackie.
Sorry, I just trying to hold in my tears here. Really gives a hug.
Yeah.
She's very like it actually.
Yeah,
Do you mind if I record you?
No.
Sorry, I should have asked you first.
No, you're grand. Also, not only did she die on that day, the 29th of January, but also my uncle, George Hunt. Yeah, my uncle George Hunt also died in a different hospital from the tablet, is it Meldazium or something they call it, that they gave him the tablet, and he died from that 40 minutes after my sister died from the vaccine. So we had 2 deaths on the same day. No apologies for none of them, nothing like that. They're all in denial, and they're still advertising these vaccines and everything else as being safe and effective. And they're murdering people. That's exactly what they did. They murdered my sister, and now they murdered my uncle as well. 2 of our family, like, you know. Every day I see it on the TV, adverts after adverts, and you know, it's just sickening. It's sickening. I have dogs here, yeah. If I actually made something for dogs and I said, look, it's in case they get sick, and I gave it to the dogs, yeah, I gave it to someone to give to the dogs. If 1 or 2 dogs died, I'd be reported for it. I'd be in big trouble. So if like thousands of dogs were dying, obviously I'm going to be in prison for it. These people are getting away scot-free with this. So it's crazy.
Well, their souls are going straight to
Oh,
hell
exactly.
for
Yes,
whatever
yes,
they've
yes.
done.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear two
Yeah.
family members.
2 family members. Yeah.
So can I ask you, do you mind if I put that closer to your mouth?
Okay.
Because They
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
They do give out to me and they say, oh, you can't hear
Okay.
people speaking. So what would you like to see done? Like,
Well, to have these vaccines taken straight off, not to be sold, not to be given to anybody ever again. You can't give something that's killing people. You can't do that. It's so wrong what they're doing. And even to come out and apologise and admit that they were in the wrong. Admit it and say it to the people that it's happened to. My mother was in bits over there when I went to the funeral and everything. It's horrible, like. You know, then a week later going to my uncle's funeral as well. You know, it's just nasty. Where's the apologies? Not even apology, nothing like that. It's all denial, denial, denial. That's all it is. And not only denial, but yeah, it's okay for more people to take them. It's horrible and it's disgraceful. I just don't know how they're even getting away with these things.
I remember you from all the protests. You actually came out with all of us, didn't you?
Yeah.
Even before they actually brought them on board, you were out protesting.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah.
We were trying to warn everyone, weren't we?
So was I myself, and I was told of conspiracy theories. Actually, when my sister got the vaccine, right, beforehand she was told that, you know, she was a conspiracy theorist if she didn't get it. And then she was told she's helping her family. Well, her family now, there's me, my mum, my dad, uncles, aunties, cousins, but most of all her 7 children that she left behind. They told her that it was protecting her children if she got it. Her children without a mother, you know. It's horrible. It's horrible. You know?
Like, I'm absolutely speechless.
And my mum was telling me like that it was on my sister's shirt because she complained about having pains in her arms, pains in the back of her neck, pains in her head, and they put down on her shirt that she was a hypochondriac, that it was all imagination. Yeah, and then less than a year she ended up she took a stroke. She took the stroke on the 4th of January and she was in a coma. When I come to see her in the hospital it was on the 29th, and I seen her, I had the picture taken with her because I was hoping to show her that picture like that when I went back up to Ireland to say, look, this happened in England. So I was hoping to show, if when I went back to Ireland, if she hadn't come out of the coma then, but when she had, I could show her the picture and say, look, I've been over for you and everything, we're all worried about you. And leaving the hospital, her fella rings me to tell me, no, she's passed away. It's like, no, it's horrible. And sitting there with my sister, trying to talk to some of her children, trying to keep everything calm. It was hard enough myself, but trying to tell them it's okay, even though I knew it wasn't. I'm trying to help them, trying to calm down. And then my cousin rings me to let me know that his dad passed away as well. Yeah, 40 minutes after.
Did you get on to any like politicians or
onto
a solicitor?
Well, my mum got on to the hospital and they won't release my sister's details. They won't release the forms or anything. And they're using an excuse now that because they want to see my sister's driving licence. But my sister had a driving licence from Ireland, and when she moved to England then, after being sick from the vaccine, that she actually stopped driving. Her fella was doing the driving for her, so she didn't renew an English licence over there. So no one knows where it is. I mean, they can get a birth certificate evidence, my mother's evidence, all that. They won't accept it. They won't accept it. Yeah.
Would you ever consider like a coroner's inquest?
I don't think we're able to get that. I'm not even sure like what's going on because I'm living over here. See, my mother's in bits. My mother's COPD and she's not well. She was rushed into hospital herself, and not long before my sister was in the hospital. But also my mother, they actually had on her cert. Think about this too. They had on her cert DNA or DNR, do not resuscitate. For my mother, she's out from the hospital now. She's still not well, but they were actually going to kill her off. That's what they're going to do in the hospital. That's what they seem to be. I don't trust hospitals anymore. I think that was Lancaster Infirmary over in England, Lancaster. And then my sister, that's where my uncle George passed away, the Lancaster Infirmary. And my sister was in Preston, the hospital in Preston. Like, so it's not far away from that. It's probably 40 minutes away.
Was your sister buried or was she cremated?
She was cremated and my uncle was buried, yeah. Well, I was sad even just watching the coffin going and trying to hope it's not real, and I keep trying to tell myself it didn't really happen, you know, and trying to just, you know, trying to pretend in my own mind that it's imagination. I have anxiety, and it's got a lot worse ever since.
I hear you, I'm the same.
I mean, I'm sleeping 3 hours maybe at night. That's what I'm sleeping, 3 hours, and I'm up, and then I might be wasting. We've had lovely summer days, and I've been wasting most of it because I couldn't go to sleep till maybe 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep at night. Just trying, and then I'm waking up at 2 o'clock.
My mind is constantly racing all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting the whole time,
I just feel like we're in constant battle modes.
Yeah, and I feel so sorry for my mother. She's not well. She didn't need this. We had a brother that died at 3 months old years back, so she was already, upset over that, and it took a lot of her freedom away by that. She was very upset. She's always on about him. She had a Facebook page about him and everything. And he died at 3 months old, and then years later, her daughter and then her brother on the same day. There's no apologies. There's no nothing. And my dad, I've never seen my dad really weak. He's a strong man, and he broke down that day in tears. More just trying to talk to him. Broke down in tears. I've never seen him cry like that before.
I'd love to interview you, like maybe, on our own someday in a nice
Yeah,
hotel.
yeah.
And like to do it. Hey Louise, love, you look great. Great to see you. I'm totally and utterly speechless, and I just want to give you a little hug. I know your face. We've been out protesting for years, but look, at the end of the day, you did your best, and like God is watching everything that's going on.
And actually, just talking now about protests and stuff like that. I remember there was the thing on prime time there last week. They were going about the protests, this and that, and I straight away hit me because of what's happened with these vaccines. They brought up about the vaccines and they said they're conspiracy theorists. Well, my sister didn't fake her death, she didn't fake her coma, she didn't fake her stroke, and I didn't fake the fact that she died, and neither does my family. So how does it make a conspiracy theorist if these things actually happened? They've been happening and they're happening and they're happening. It's thousands of people, and we're called names like conspiracy theorists, like we're just exaggerating stuff,
Like RTE and TV3, like they need to do a documentary about this, don't they?
Oh, they do. Oh, most definitely. To tell the truth, they need to tell the truth. But though they would gain a lot of people, because to be honest, I don't watch RTE anymore because I've seen the lies. And instead of, they'd have our ads on it now saying that go and take your vaccine, 4th and 5th vaccines, whatever. They're giving them out as if it's ice creams or something, It's a nice thing to take. It's not. It's horrible. It's horrible.
I'm so proud I didn't take it. Are you?
Oh, yes.
I actually would have preferred a bullet in the head. They can kill me there and then on the spot. There was no way that was going into my body. No way.
You're right too, I'm absolutely delighted I didn't. Well, I'm a born-again Christian, and part of my reason for not taking it was part of to do with that, because I said, why should I alter my DNA? Why should I alter my DNA? And that's what I'm saying. Why should I alter my DNA, right? Alter it. And I actually made a poster up saying, I've the blood of Jesus in me, why should I alter my DNA? And now I've even bigger reason for the fact that family members have died now, And also there's a friend of mine actually, he's living down in Carlow. He called in to me one day, we got him a little dog, and he called in to get dog food off me. I had a bit of dog food, so he said, you take that with him, and he went off, and I see my neighbours out across the road about an hour later, and I said, what's going on? And I looked out the window, and was like, they're all right, they're probably just all chatting away, and I thought I recognised your man's van, but I said it was not his, so I went back in, and because he doesn't know anybody over there. And then a little while later, my next door neighbour sent me a call, so I rings him back and says, what's up? He says, your friend's collapsed across the road. He says, you're joking, So I ran over, and the little dog was had been sitting on his chest. It was only that the trainee nurse was actually getting dropped home. She got dropped off at the end of this day, and she seen him, and she seen the dog sitting and howling, and the dog never met. The dog basically had saved his life. Now, he died 3 times. He went into a coma as well. I think there was 5 comas or something in total in the hospital. They didn't expect him he was going to live, and he said yes, it was due to the vaccine. Now, he's doing well now. But when he came out of the hospital, he couldn't walk properly. He had a wheelchair. Then he was moving little bits on it. Started going to crutches, and I was praying for him really big time, like praying, and I had the church praying for him. Loads of people praying for him, and prayers do work because he started coming back around. He was coming back around. Now he's back driving, but at the moment I think he's in an automatic car for the time being because he can't actually take a proper car. But that man was dead, and he said, and that was his 4th vaccination. And he said, no, he's never ever taken them again. How many people is it going to happen to? So they're just going to ignore. It's like they have some kind of a plan, as if they want to get rid of everybody. Because they're telling you take more. They know it's a killer. They know what it's doing, and they're saying more. So if something kills somebody, they know it's killing them, and they keep pushing it to take more and more. Well, then they're obviously behind trying to kill them. Can't be in denial. They can't be in denial. It's just, I don't know.
Would you agree that we're fighting an evil satanic battle?
Oh, of course we are. Of course we are.
And
of
we're
course.
on the side of God, aren't we?
Yes.
Because
Well, I read the Bible because I tell you, I even read it out and I was trying to find parts because I hear so many people saying, oh, there's this wrong with it, there's that wrong with it, no, it's contradictive. So I read the whole Bible, through and through, a couple of times I've read it. I couldn't find no contradictions. In fact, there was more answers to what's going on now than ever people even think like. And then I actually wrote it out myself. I wrote it word for word. It took me 4.5 years to write it, you know. So I'll bring it up one day and I'll show you. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, because I was looking for something in it to prove it's wrong. But everything, especially Book of Revelations now, you can see it's happening. It's happening. These people knew what was coming. God told them. God speaks to people. People say, oh, they push God off. It's not true. They pick up a Bible and read it and do the same as what I did. Be skeptical and think there's probably going to be a flaw. And when you find it, there's no flaws. The truth is there. You will see things that's coming down the line.
I'm just looking at the messages here, and this man has just said this man is absolutely correct. So you're getting lots of lovely feedback here. But look, at the end of the day, God wins, and I believe that God has anointed all of us to be here today, and He's bringing us all together.
That's what people need to do.
And maybe this has happened for a reason, to bring all the good people together.
Yeah. Well, what people say, I pray to God and I don't see anything happening. There's a word in the Bible, He says, be still and know that I am God. Because sometimes the longer you wait for something, it's because it's going to be planned better. It's like when we do something, if we do it really quick, it's not the best of a job. But if we do it, take our time about it and study it, it turns out to be better. And I believe that's what God's going to do. God has come, well, He says in the Bible, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. So whoever's on God's side is going to be with Him at the end. They're going to be...
You're giving me goosebumps here, look.
Yeah. But what people say, try praying to God, I can't get Him, I don't understand, He's not listening. And I found what you have to do is you have to say to the Holy Spirit, I accept you to be my one and only Lord and Saviour. Without accepting Him, well then He's not going to force Himself upon you. You have to give Him that permission. And when you do, your life will change. My life changed an awful lot. Put it this way, because of what happened to my sister and my uncle, I don't know, I probably would have took my own life, I'm being honest with you, because it's horrible what happened. But God gave me that strength to keep going. If it wasn't without God, I wouldn't have been able.
I have to give this man a hug. I must give you my number actually. Never ever dare think about doing something like that.
Yeah, well, you know, it's hard.
And you can ring me at any hour of the night, right? Seriously. But look, you're strong. I know how strong you are. I seen you out in the RTE protest. And you know what? Do you still have that? Sorry, I'm going to fling back the camera. Do you still have that poster about the God's blood?
Oh, I have that at home. Yes, I have it. I will bring it with me. I will.
Yeah,
yes,
I love that one.
definitely.
Because I have you in one of my videos. Actually, I'm gonna send it on to you.
Okay, yeah.
Later on, I'll give you my number and I'll send you on the video.
Yeah.
God
Okay.
bless.
Thank you.
Lovely
Thanks so
talking
much.
to
Thank
you.
you. God bless.
Hiya. How are you?
Madame, how are you?
Oh, hello. How are you?
good.
Sorry, my phone is acting a bit strange. See the way it says orientation locked? It's kind of acting up on me.
I'm an IT consultant, I might be able to help.
Oh, please help
You
me.
put up the brightness.
Put up the brightness.
Maybe take off the phone.
Oh, see. Do you know what?
Is that
I
my
might
phone?
just. Yeah, I might just. Are you sure? Right. I'll